Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo. Woo, shot himself.
Of Harlem.
What up, what up, what up? Y'all already know this is Punch, Drunk, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moo, shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, el Sazón, el Borracho, el Pastor de Boxeo. Late night boxing. Let's chop it up, ladies and gentlemen, let's chop it up. Y'all already know, man, this later on today, yeah, because we're already in the AM in the Eastern time. Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte Jr. A lot of people was just talking about, as a matter of fact, more people was talking about the drama between Oscar de la Hoya and Ryan Garcia and Bernal Hopkins more than the actual fight. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't even heard too much of Oscar Duarte, to be honest. So, look, even though drama sells at the end of the day. Drama sells at the end of the day, and maybe, you know what I'm saying, Ryan Garcia and Oscar Duarte wasn't selling into, and it got to the point where maybe Golden Boy Promotions and Ryan Garcia had to figure out how to spice things up. Maybe, I don't know. I'd rather have that than actual having real problem, like real beef problems and stuff like that. City Style Boxing in the building. What's good, brother? What's good? Smash the like button on your way in. Smash the like button on your way in. El fin de semana. Everybody having a good Friday. Hope you had a good day at work the past week. You know what I'm saying? Hope you had a good holiday before that. Y'all already know Punch One Boxing Week. I'm just finishing my crow. I'm finishing my humble pie that I had to eat, put in the refrigerator, had to warm it up, had to microwave, had to steam it up. Once again, I was eating crow soup the whole week. Humble pie the whole week because, of course, you already know that David Benavidez beat my guy, Demetrius Boo Andre, that's going to go right back into the gym in a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Stay active, waiting for the next big opportunity, and hopefully he gets the next big opportunity, maybe a Kalen Plant, maybe Jamal Charlo and things of that nature. But we got to give praise to David Benavidez, the way that he performed this past Saturday in the Mandalay Bay. Doesn't even feel like it's been almost a week. I don't even feel like that. I feel like it was just the day before yesterday. It's been a big topic in the sport of boxing. Not only the performance of David Benavidez, but also the potential, the next big thing. Pause. Cinco de Mayo, Canelo Alvarez. Everybody waiting on Canelo Alvarez. What you going to do, Canelo? ¿Qué tú vas a hacer, Canelo? The Mexican people are waiting. The Latinos are waiting. The boxing world is waiting. All over the world. And I feel this is that type of energy. That I'm feeling that type of energy with Oscar de la Hoya and Fernando Vargas, remember? Or the Oscar de la Hoya versus Julio Cesar Chavez. You know, that split, that divide between the Mexican fan base and stuff like that. I could see it. I could see it already. There's some people out there that saying, yo, that David Benavidez, he don't need Canelo Alvarez, right? I mean, that Canelo Alvarez doesn't need David Benavidez. He shouldn't get shamed to fight David Benavidez. You don't have to fight him in Cinco de Mayo. He only got a 3-fight. He got a 3-fight deal. He already took care of Jamel. Y'all got to hold on. Maybe he's going to be fighting David Benavidez in September. Relax, folks. Relax. Y'all going to get the fight. I see a lot of managers, a lot of managers out there. He said, "Los all respect for Ryan Garcia. El Llorón dijo, City Style Boxing, un tequila en tu salud." Así me mito, ya tú sabes, yo no tengo tequila, ahora me mito, pero tengo Mama Juana today. A couple of softy drinky drink. We're gonna be touching on a couple of subjects. We're going to be touching on Gervonta Tank Davis. You already know should be elevated as WBA now that Devin the Dream Haney, the lightweight undisputed, has vacated all his straps. Already put on champion in recess in the WBC. And that's why Shakur Stevenson is now the WBC champion when he beat Edo de los Santos, el dominicano, el matatán, el platanero, el mofongo, el mofongo, el manguco, los 3 golpes. Edo de los Santos went live earlier today with Michelle Rivera, and they was talking about how Dominicans and stuff like that, some Dominicans don't support and they support. At the end of the day, man, look, I'm Dominican, man, but I got to keep it real, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I've learned in the sport of boxing. There's few people. Look, in boxing, there's a lot of people that want you to keep it unbiased, and as soon as you keep it unbiased, they be like, "Pero diablo, Ponch, pero diablo, mi gente, pero que lo que tú eres de lo mío. What happened? Yo, you supposed to, you gotta support." Look, I support the Dominican fighters. I support Latino fighters and stuff like that. I support boxing in general. But I also got to keep it real. Part of me supporting is keeping it real. See, and I think that's what it is. I think that some people, they just want you to support. There's certain people that they want that dialogue. They want that back and forth. They want you to give them an opinion. They want you to be there for them. And then there's some people out there that just want to ear. They're just people. There's people out there that their support system is just being there. Just support whatever BS and enable whatever BS you have in your life, whatever have you have in your mind, your actions and stuff like that. There's certain people that find that as a support system. There's people out there, especially in the boxing world, that find that just being there and being a yes man is their support. And as soon as that close person gives them the real and gives them a real opinion, a real assessment of them, oh man, they're not supporting. Shakur Stevenson, look, I'm a fan of Shakur Stevenson as well. Especially the last 4 fights. I believe that Shakur Stevenson, outside of Edo de los Santos fight, when he apologized after Nakatani, and then he came with a great outing versus Jamel Herring, and then he unified the title versus Oscar Valdez and dropped Oscar Valdez, and was entertaining, and did his thing versus Concepcion, and did his thing versus Yoshino. Nobody was saying that Shakur Stevenson was boring. You could have said that Shakur Stevenson was boring, and then he got into the fight with Edo de los Santos, and then it's a bore fest. But I ain't giving no damn credit to Edo de los Santos. What the hell did he do? Ryan Garcia will lose Saturday night. Ruben, I don't think so. I think that Ryan Garcia is gonna win in an impressive fashion. I think he is hungry. Some people may think that he's hungry, yet he's distracted. At the end of the day, let me say it like this. In the type of star that Ryan Garcia is, the type of star that Gervonta Tank Davis is in, the type of star that Mike Tyson, Oscar De La Hoya, and all the stars, they're all distracted. It's all about channeling it, but they're all distracted. I hear that so many times, like, oh, yo, these fighters are distracted. And you know what I'm saying? It's almost like a contradiction when the promoters are saying that I'm gonna give you an example. And shout out to Oscar De La Hoya, shout out to Bernard Hopkins, shout out to Shane Mosley. And I'm listening to a couple of interviews that they have, that some of the boxing content creators and independent media has conducted with these fighters. And I hear this: Ryan Garcia need to stay, he need to stop being distracted and with other things other than his opponent. He need to stop talking about other things other than Oscar Duarte Jr., which of course that's easy to say, but it contradicts that these fighters need to stop being distracted. Well, if you really want these fighters to stop being distracted, don't have media week. Don't make them go run around all over the place doing 500 interviews with the same ass question they need to answer. And they're doing this podcast, they're doing this podcast, they're doing this interview, they're doing this interview. They got to go over here, they got to ride over here, they got to fly this plane over here and stuff like that. If you don't want fighters to be distracted, then don't bother them. Let's be real, let's be honest. I mean, ask any fighter in a high profile fight if they really like. I'm gonna give you an example. David Benavidez versus Demis Andre, one of the riskiest fight of their career. It was risky for Demis Andre. It was risky for David Benavidez because he's in position to get the Canelo Alvarez fight. And if he loses to Demis Andre, what happens to the David Benavidez and the aura of David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez? What happens to that? So it was a risky fight. But think about it. On Tuesday, they had to go from their home, right? Whatever David Benavidez is from is coming from Seattle. Demis Andre, he needs to go to this Cali. The people need to fly out to Cali. Then after that, the next day, they need to fly out for the final press conference in Las Vegas. And they need to talk to everybody, but everybody is a distraction. So at the end of the day, yes, and we understand that Ryan Garcia need to be distracted and just talk about Oscar Duarte Jr. But at the end of the day, they all distracted. So you can't say these fighters need to stop being distracted. All right, so don't distract them. Find a new way in doing. How about this? Don't you think this is a distraction? Most of these guys do weigh in early, 9 a.m., 10 a.m. And then later on, where they could be rested, eating real good, resting, rehydrating, very comfortable, stay in their hotel room. You know what I'm saying? Take the liquid, take the and eat a couple bites here and there to rehydrate, comfortable. They're preparing for a good fight. Then they got to come back downstairs from the hotel room and go to a ceremony weigh-in. Don't you think that's a distraction as well? Ceremony weigh-ins. So they gotta leave their comfortability. They need to go and strip down for the fans. Isn't that a distraction as well? Smash the like button, said $1 trillion dreams in the building. What's good, man? Pollo in the building. What's good, man? Dino in the building. What's good? Let's talk about a couple of subjects out here. So Gervonta Tank Davis actually said what I wanted Devin Haney to say a long time ago. But you know what? It's actually kind of irrelevant because look what Devin Haney has accomplished. But that was my only thing. When Devin Haney was elevated as the WBC champion and Vasily Lomachenko was elevated as the franchise champion, I did a video right away. I remember that same day when it was out there in the WBC convention. I did a video right away and I say, yo, Devin Haney, man, drop that ish. Drop that belt. Drop that belt. Everybody gonna be calling you a paper champion and stuff like that. You are young enough. You got the potential to be a champion. Yes, he did. And he did. Go back to that video if you've been following Punch Drunk Boxing for a while. I did a video a long time ago and I say, yo, Devin Haney is going to be inevitable. You're going to be a champion. But this is not the right way, man. Throw that ish in the garbage like Lennox Lewis. And he kept it. He got criticized by folks like myself, email champion and stuff like that. And he stayed with that belt. But staying with that belt, eventually, it got himself in a position to get the Camboso fight. Because if he didn't have the WBC belt, he was never going to get that Camboso fight. But holding on to that belt, hold it on to the criticism, hold it on to the backlash, hold it on to all that, the email champion, all the embarrassment, hold it on to that because eventually he gets the Camboso fight, he becomes undisputed, he gets that good money from Top Rank. Then he gets the rematch, beat up Camboso again, and then get that good pay-per-view fight with Vasily Lomachenko. A pay-per-view fight that not even Teofimo Lopez got a pay-per-view fight for Vasily Lomachenko. Got the bag, and now he's fighting Regis Progress on the Matchroom DAZN. So even though that I said, damn, he should have dropped the belt a long time ago, in the end of the day, it's irrelevant because holding on to the belt, holding on to the email, got him the real mail. Got him the real ish. He didn't quit. Never a quitter. By the way, shout out to Demis Andre for his heart out. Champion of all champions. Ryan is biting the hand that we're gonna be talking about that right quick. Let's build on to that conversation. Right? Let me put the photo on what we're talking about. Matter of fact, so people understand when they come in, when they come into the channel, they understand where we at. Right? So understand where we at. Gervonta Tank Davis, he said, I don't want that ish. Gervonta Tank Davis said what I wanted Devin Haney to say a long time ago. Y'all already know that Devin the Dream Haney is already vacated all his straps in the lightweight division of Gervonta Tan Davis, and there is a possibility eventually that the WBA, you already know, and they did some crazy ish right now. The WBA has joined the WBC with its Bridgerweight. And did you hear? My fault. I just had to jump from the WBA. So the WBA is agreeing with the WBC. They're into this Bridgerweight stuff that is up from 200 pounds, 200 pounds to 224 pounds, something like that. Well, damn it. So Alexander Usyk is a champion in the Bridgerweight already. He's an email Bridgerweight champion because Usyk only weighs 220 pounds. Once again, I thought the WBA was trying to clean things up, but no. They smell the money. They smell a new pipeline. That's what's happening in with these belt federation. They just want a pipeline. That's all. They don't give a damn about the damn sport. They don't give a damn about the sport, the integrity, the morals, the principle, whatever the moral and principle boxing has left. They don't give a damn about it. They get the bridge away. Y esa mierda, they get the bridge away. Who the hell's the damn bridge away? Okay, so now Deontay, why they're going to be a Bridgerweight champion? Stop, man, stop. There's too many divisions. There's too many belts. And the WBA, you came out a year and a half ago saying that you're going to shrink the belts. Oh, no, now you want to be a part of a new Bridgerweight. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all only looking for a pipeline. That's the only reason why the WBC was talking about tranny boxing is because he was looking for a new pipeline. He wanted to see Mujer con Pinga fight. No. I don't want no mujeres with pinga to fight con las mujeres que no tengan pinga. With the real women, I do not want that. But I have a proposition. How about we make tranny boxing? We're with the tranny boxing. And who's the tranny that was protesting to fight? What tranny out there? He just went out there to Taiwan and stuff like that, and got his back rubbed by Mujer con Pinga and stuff like that. What, Mauricio Suraman? I hear that you president of the WBC. I love boxing, but I just can't get enough to say that. Why is no one of us in boxing? What you mean? What you mean? Why is no one of us in boxing? I see men, I see women, but what about us? What about Rainbow Army? What about us? What you told? I don't understand. I mean, we have great champions, like we have great with Canelo. We have a great champion in Uwe, and he's Asian too. We have a great champion with Buck Crawford. We have good champion like Amanda Serrano. We have a good, and we do something. We do great things outside of the sport of boxing and stuff like that. But no. If you don't, why don't you have tranny boxing? Why don't you have Mujer con Pinga? You don't care. You just want back rub. You just want Lady Boy to have fun. But why don't you respect us and have a tranny boxing? I want to see tranny boxing. Mauricio Suruba, or you get a massage. No, you get no more massage, Mauricio. You have tranny, you have women, you have men. What about tranny boxing? These belt federations always looking for a pipeline. Always looking for a new pipeline. With all the sanctioning fees and stuff like that, belt fees, sanctioning fees. But at least Gervonta Tan Davis is saying, I don't want that ish. But I understand what Gervonta Tan Davis is saying, that he don't want it. See, because Gervonta Tan Davis is just one of those few fighters that don't need the belt to be classified as what Bernard Hopkins said, pound for pound number one. If you got Bernard Hopkins, one of the credible voices in the sport of boxing, relevant and credible voices in the sport of boxing, the legendary Hall of Famer, saying that Gervonta Tan Davis is already a pound for pound, he's the junior, the best junior varsity belt holder that ever lived, the best regular champion, the best junior varsity champion that ever lived, Gervonta Tan Davis, right? If Gervonta Tank Davis is already labeled as the man to be in the lightweight division, and he's already labeled by legendary fighters and say that, like Bernard Hopkins saying he's already pound for pound #1, and you had Oscar De La Hoya, you had Floyd Mayweather, you had a couple of folks last year saying, well, this year saying that the belts don't matter. So why? So Gervonta Tank Davis is saying, I don't give a damn about that. Look, I'm gonna say the truth. Gervonta Tank Davis really don't even give a damn about these regular WBA titles. He don't care about the titles. How many times they gotta say it? He don't care about the titles. So I understand why he's saying, why be elevated? Forget about being elevated, man. I can do whatever I want to do. Even as a regular title holder, has he been mandated? No. Shit, even guys like Anthony Joshua is mandated. Saludo, Juan from Bakersfield, mi hermano. I got one thing to say. A low ball offer is a new duck in the sport of boxing. It's time. Boxing is about narrative. Smash the like button like you smash your shorty, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button like if you smash your shorty. I know it's Friday. I know you had a couple of drinks. I know some of y'all got a significant other next to you in the room, and some of y'all are just single and can't get nothing but your hand. Ain't you tired with the left hand and the right hand, man? Man, just smash the like button, all right? So you can tell the homies and stuff like that you in a virgin, man. Smash shut in the night, all right? Tank thinks he's bigger than what he is, in my opinion, because he has not boxing class A boxer. But you know what? It's unfortunate. Hunter on the hunt. One of the members of Punch Drunk Boxing. If you want to become a member of Punch Drunk Boxing, you already know where to go, man. I'll put it right there in the link. It's on the pin. It's on the pin. Let's go. Become a member of Punch Drunk Boxing and join my brother Hunter on the hunt. Look at now, bruv. At least Gervonta Tank Davis don't want to be a paper champion or email belt, because in reality he doesn't need it. He's already being put on a pedestal. Unfortunately, Gervonta Tank Davis already have been put in a pedestal. He's the man to beat in the lightweight division. Shakur Stevenson even said he could do whatever he want to do. Shakur Stevenson is calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, but yes, Shakur Stevenson is a champion. Devin Haney was calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, even though that he's an undisputed. And ladies and gentlemen, I think it's just the consensus. People think that he is the man to beat. He is the biggest threat in the lightweight division. He's the top dog. He's the best seller. People feel like he's the most threatening. So he don't even need belts to justify him. Maybe he's the only fighter in the history of the sport of boxing. Not even Floyd, not even Oscar De La Hoya, not even Canelo, not even Manny Pacquiao that don't need a belt to justify him. And he's a big star. And he's the most threatening. He passes the eye test so good that he don't even need a belt to justify his position in the sport of boxing. Dímelo, Mr. Sanchez, con los 5 pesos. The super chatty party K. Showing support. Hit the like. Good looking now, my brother, Mr. Sanchez, coming with the $5 super chat. A comprar chicken wing con french fries. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you, man. I know it's Friday. I know you got paid. La ofrenda. Good looking out, brother. What else we're gonna be talking about? But I think it's a good thing for Gervonta Davis not to make things even more. Even though that if you actually it does enhance it, then there's a unification between him and Shakur Stevenson, and finally he could go for legacy, right? I say like this. If Gervonta Tank Davis will fight Shakur Stevenson next, then I'm okay with him being elevated. What about y'all? If he's going to fight Shakur Stevenson next, are you okay with him being elevated? And then we see a unification bout and we actually see him actually go for legacy. You know what I'm saying? If that's going to require him to get the fight and a unification bout between Shakur Stevenson and himself, then I'm good. And a matter of fact, if I was Gervonta Tan Davis, and if you think how many people think right now that Shakur Stevenson ain't that what they say he is because of the performance that everybody that most of the people didn't like, even though that I know that he's gonna be way better in the next outing. But don't you think that Gervonta Tan Davis should take his opportunity right now and get Shakur Stevenson, where Shakur Stevenson, they say that he's injured? Won't you say, all right, Shakur Stevenson, let's fight him, bro. Let's fight him in February. If I was Gervonta Tan Davis, I'll say right now, hey, yo, my man, let's fight right now. I mean, we all know that Gervonta Tan Davis likes his opponents to be in a disadvantage point, right? With all the catch weights and rehydration clause with the likes of Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia. If I was Gervonta Tan Davis, I'd just keep it consistent. I'd be like, hey, yo, Shakur, fight me in February. Super Bowl weekend. If nobody gonna take the Super Bowl weekend, so somebody got to take the Super Bowl weekend. Somebody got to fight on Super Bowl weekend. I think it's bad business if nobody fights on Super Bowl weekend. I think that Gervonta Tan Davis, and look, Gervonta Tan Davis could actually be like, hey, yo, my man, you ain't hurt. You was running all day. You ain't even got touched. You was running all day. You ain't get touched. So there was no wear and tear in that fight. How about you fight me in February? If I was Gervonta Tan Davis, yes, I'll get that belt. Yeah, let them elevate the belt and fight unification bout with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is already a 3-division world champion. You'll be a Shakur Stevenson. He'll be the best guy on your resume. And then a lot of people won't be talking about, you know what I'm saying? People won't be talking about your resume and your legacy that much. I think you're going to get props. You got the money and then you got legacy behind you. How about that? Carrie in the building. What's good, man? Say, hey, Punch. No, absolutely not. Once Shakur feels GTD's power, he will be running all around the ring. But I'm going to tell you like this, Carrie. Gervonta Tan Davis is athletic enough to cut the ring off, unlike Edwin De Los Santos that couldn't cut the ring off. I believe that Gervonta Tan Davis is athletic and more athletic. Actually, I think he's more athletic than Shakur Stevenson. Now, we understand that in the ring and out the ring, athleticism is kind of different, but we all seen what Gervonta Tan Davis could do in that ring. You know, he's a guy that could also get away from fighters. Let's not forget the Pitbull Cruz fight when he was on the outside trying to survive. So, you know, Gervonta Tan Davis know how to move in that ring. You know what I'm saying? He know how to be the aggressor. He know how to be the boxer. He know how to be the mover. He know how to be the one that put effective pressure. And let me tell you like this, Gervonta Tan Davis don't waste no punches. When he swings, he's a very accurate shooter. He's a sniper. I think there's going to be a wonderful fight in the lightweight division. So I'm all right with him being. I know he don't want the belt, and I'm cool with that. At least he's cool. Not. At least he has some morals in saying I don't want the belt like that. I was just he just said something. What he said about he just threw a shot at Let me see if I got it right here. He just threw a shot at Gervonta Tan Davis. Said, when did they ever email belts? When little buddy's dad paid for him. Ooh, he took a shot at Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Gervonta Tan Davis said, when did they ever email belts? When little buddy dad paid for him. Ooh. Ooh, and that's what I mean. I look, and y'all know. Look, shout out to Devin Haney and Bill Haney. At the end of the day, right at this point, it's actually relevant because they have achieved so much. And look, Devin Haney is daring to be great, going to the 140 and not fighting Regis Prograis on the rehydration clause, on the catchway. He's fighting Regis Prograis, a top dog in the 140-pound division. He was not Mario Barrios at the time. Is a top dog. Well, one of the top dogs. The top dog is Cifim Lopez. He's the king right now in the 140. But Regis Prograis is right there. He's A2. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even beat. He's A2. And Devin Haney is going up to fight Regis Prograis. And let me tell you like this. Devin Haney had all the time to move up, fight something easy, stay in 135, fight something easy, fight somebody in the catchway and stuff like that. But you know what? He's daring to be great. You got to give credit to Devin the Dream Haney. He's fighting like he got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I like that because we need these guys in the position that I gotta. That's why I always respect Teofimo Lopez and his career. But I'm loving what Devin Haney has done of late. Devin Haney has gone from wanting to become undisputed, went out there in Australia, became undisputed, beat the guy that beat the guy, right? And then he went and didn't need to fight Vasily Lomachenko. That's another thing. Devin Haney could have moved up after George Kambosos. He could have moved up and fight George Kambosos, and there was a lot of top-ranked fighter he could have fought. He could have fought Arnold Barbosa. He could have fought Jose Ramirez. He could have fought anybody moving up while on top rank. But you know what he did? He said, let me give Vasily Lomachenko. Matter of fact, Vasily Lomachenko didn't want to give me a shot, and I'm going to give his ass a shot. And the thing is, David, what Devin Haney has done is rewrite the wrong. Devin Haney has cleaned up the mess. Devin Haney is AKA the dream, AKA the janitor in the sport of boxing because he's cleaning up motherfuckers' mess. Let's be real. Let's be honest. He cleaned the franchise mess. He cleaned what Teofimo Lopez should have done to George Kambosos, even though that he wasn't fit to fight. At the end of the day, it is what it is. He cleaned up Tio's mess in cleaning up George Kambosos. It is what it is. You can't rewrite history. You can't rewrite history. So he took care of the franchise. He cleaned up the WBC mess. He went out there and cleaned up Tio's mess with George Kambosos. And then now, you know what I'm saying? He cleaned up the mess of Vasily Lomachenko, possibly not giving him the opportunity back in the days and stuff like that, even though, of course, Vasily Lomachenko needed to go and fight for the undisputed. But he actually be like, you know what? I'm in a position to give you a payday. I'm in a position because remember, Devin Haney was the A side. Remember, Devin Haney didn't need to give Vasily Lomachenko any title shot. He could have gone straight. What he's doing right now, he could have done. He could have done that without Vasily Lomachenko. He could have dropped the belts, go to the 140, and picked anybody. But he picked Vasily Lomachenko, a guy that was a risky fight. A risky fight. Where Devin Haney had everything to lose and still he beat Vasily Lomachenko. Yes, it was controversy. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's quite a few people out there that feel like that Devin Haney lost to Vasily Lomachenko. At the end of the day, that 12th round, if the fight was decisive at the 12 because of the 12th round, I don't believe that Vasily Lomachenko stepped on the gas and really wanted that strap in that 12th round. Devin Haney has cleaned up the mess. And I said a long time ago, see, he proven to me. I always knew that Devin Haney was good. I was just mad. I was just frustrated that he was parading the belt that they gave to him. But with that belt that he stood, that I want him to drop because I feel like there was a kind of an embarrassment. I feel like there was I feel like he should have never been in that position because at the end of the day, all the critique came because he got elevated with that belt. And the reason, ladies and gentlemen, let me. And I said this before because a lot of people is saying that everybody that gets elevated is an email champion. No. They could be a paper champion, but the email champion came about when Devin Haney emailed Mauricio Sudamon during the pandemic to ask for his belt back when the WBC ordered the Javier Fortuna versus Luke Campbell. That's when the email came along. When a guy is interim and he's moved up because the other guy left, that's not an email champion. There's only been one email champion. And at the time, that was Devin Haney because he emailed Mauricio Sudamon because around the pandemic, you couldn't go and see the guy in person. He emailed Mauricio Sudamon. That's why he became an email champion. He didn't become an email champion because he got elevated in the WBC convention. He became an email champion because when he lost his belt, got stripped from his belt. Remember, the WBC stripped him from his belt because he was having shoulder surgery. And then he sent an email to get his belt back. And then they gave it to him through email. That's why he's an email champion. Everybody forget where the email came along. But so a guy that's elevated, let me give an example. See, when you move up, let's say Boots Ennis, paper champion. Devin Haney was a paper champion, elevated to an email champion. You get it? Devin Haney, when he got elevated, when Vasily Lomachenko got elevated, he was a paper champion, then elevated to a email champion because he emailed to request it. Now, these guys not emailing to request anything. So these guys are paper champions, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Yes, they call it people. Yes, Gary. They call it people the email. Savage, they're paper champions then. Yeah. They paper champions. Paper champions. Remember, now that's been a saying for a long time in the sport of boxing. That's paper champions. Email champion was because Devin Haney emailed Mauricio Sulaiman to get his belt back when he got stripped. That's an email champion. That's when the email came along because everybody knew that he emailed Mauricio Sulaiman. Now, but Gervonta Tank Davis in position. Look, Gervonta Tank Davis is unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but Gervonta Tank Davis don't need the belt to justify his position where he's at in the sport of boxing. You can't fight the fans. You can't fight the money. You can't fight the promoters. And you can't even fight these legends that's actually putting Gervonta Tank Davis on the pedestal without earning a title, without being a real champion in that respective division. Yes, he became a champion when he beat Jose Pedraza. But if you ask what's his defining win? What is Gervonta Tank Davis defining win up to this part? Raquel Donari. So I think Hopkins and De La Hoya is making the business of boxing change because now fighters are gonna feel disposable. We're gonna be touching that on that subject. Let's move on to the next. Let me see where we at. Boom, boom, boom. Why they hate Oscar De La Hoya? Seeing a pattern, ladies and gentlemen. I say a pattern. I was talking about this yesterday. I'm seeing a pattern. Floyd Mayweather when he fought Oscar De La Hoya went from pretty boy to money man. And around that time, let's be real, Oscar De La Hoya didn't have to give Floyd Mayweather an opportunity. Remember, Oscar De La Hoya was in 154. Floyd Mayweather was in 147. Oscar De La Hoya didn't have to give Floyd Mayweather an opportunity. Let's be real. Let's be honest. He didn't have to, even though that is a good fight. It's been a well-marinated fight. And Floyd Mayweather would have been calling out Oscar De La Hoya for a long time. And let's be real, Floyd Mayweather would have been envious of Oscar De La Hoya ever since they was in Top Rank. Because with Top Rank, Oscar De La Hoya was the A. And Floyd Mayweather was the B. He was the second. Oscar De La Hoya was the golden one, the golden goose of Top Rank. And Floyd Mayweather always felt like the stepson of Bobby Arim. Canelo Alvarez. Saul Canelo Alvarez, the 4th Division World Champion, super middleweight undisputed, King Nelo, aka Cartelo, aka Cash Nelo, aka Payday, aka get the fuck out of here, man, Canelo Alvarez. But if it wasn't for Golden Boy promotion to Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo Alvarez wouldn't be that big. Let's be honest. Let's be real. He'll be a star. But I think people forget how big Oscar De La Hoya was and how relevant he was. That anybody that stand next to Oscar De La Hoya, they become everything he touches, turn to gold. PBC banner started out with Golden Boy Promotions. Oh yeah. Danny Swift Garcia versus Lucas Maitise. Danny Swift Garcia versus Amir Khan. Keith Thurman versus Diego Chavez. Keith Thurman versus Carlo Quintana. Sean Porter. Wasn't Sean Porter became a champion under the umbrella of Golden Boy Promotion when he beat what's his name? I'm sorry. Devin Alexander. You know what I like about Golden Boy Promotions, man? They was testing their young fighters before. They was testing. You think that Thurman versus Diego Chavez was supposed to be an easy fight? No. I'm gonna tell you, the equivalent of Keith Thurman versus Diego Chavez. Listen up. That was the equivalent of Virgil Ortiz versus Boots Ennis. That's one thing I used to love about Golden Boy Promotions, man. They threw their young fighters they threw them in the flame, bro. Danielson Garcia versus Lucas Matisse. Danielson Garcia versus Amir Khan. You think that Oscar De La Hoya, look, even Canelo Alvarez, Trout, Canelo Alvarez, Shane Mosley, Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather. You think that Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion, their matchmakers took it easy on their young fighters? If I'm going to invest in you, man, I best gotta know what you all about. Rachel Donaire, Raquel Donari said, boxers look at B-Hop. Boxers look at B-Hop and ask her and think they'll do differently than the promoters who were never fighters. I just think that Oscar De La Hoya is a different type of animal in terms of a promoter. We all know who Oscar De La Hoya is. Oscar De La Hoya is a 6th division world champion, the golden one, the cash cow in the sport of boxing. He told whatever he touches turn to gold. So I get this pattern. That, and then look at Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, Golden Boy Promotions. The most lucrative fight in the sport of boxing was Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis. So Oscar De La Hoya gave Canelo Alvarez the biggest contract, the most lucrative contract in the sports history. And Canelo Alvarez got a problem with Oscar De La Hoya. Ryan Garcia got the biggest purse of his career, the biggest fight in 2023. He got a problem with Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd Mayweather, after Floyd Mayweather left Top Rank, he started fighting in the umbrella of Golden Boy Promotions. PBC, Al Heyman build their fighters under Golden Boy Promotions. So we're being around Golden Boy Promotion and Oscar De La Hoya. Let's not forget, because people gonna be like, all right, but it was Richard Schaefer. Yeah. It's like Jay-Z and Damian Dash, right? If you made a hole, get another hove. Make another hove. At the end of the day, people are really looking at who is Oscar De La Hoya. Golden Boy Promotions is living right now. It's still going on strong. Yeah, there's gonna be hiccups along the way, but at the end of the day, Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion, Bernard Hopkins, and also a shareholder was Shane Mosley. So he built it with fighters. There is no ego when it comes to Oscar De La Hoya, I believe, because why would he build an empire with fighters that actually beat him? That's how you know that he don't have that much of an ego like that. I think everybody in that level does have an ego, but not to the ego where it's very, how you say it? And I'm just looking at from the outside looking in. It's not a negative. It's not a negative. I think having an ego is if you know how to channel that ego and that pride, I think everybody should have pride and ego, but channel it. Needs to be a positive, not a negative. And I'm trying to understand why. Because Oscar De La Hoya is giving me the bag. Oscar De La Hoya, look at the resume of Canelo Alvarez. Look at the resume of Canelo Alvarez under Golden Boy Promotions. If Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion, would have never signed Canelo Alvarez, he would have never got Floyd Mayweather in his resume. He would have never got Trout. He would have never got Shane Mosley. He would have never got Miguel Cotto. Let's not forget that his resume and fighting these legendary fighters and beating these legendary fighters and at the time, first ballot Hall of Famers is what build the resume of Canelo Alvarez. Without Golden Boy Promotions, you don't get those opportunities like that, brother. And then he secures the big deal. And what's the problem? See, this is another problem, and it happens in life. It happens in life. And every time something is going well, there's going to be another power entity that's going to fog you from what's going well and who's putting you in position. You feel me? There's always going to be somebody, there's always going to be a hater that got a better plan for you. Hey, yo, I got a better plan. Don't worry about it, man. Do this, and we're going to get you to the promised land. Nah. Oscar De La Hoya is real good. Go do a promotion, but I got another plan and stuff like that. Now, you see that contract that, yo, they snaking you, bro. That contract is bad. Hey, yo, let me help you out and stuff like that. Because they want to be in the business of you. So I'm saying in my mind, why is Ryan Garcia not not seeing eye to eye with Oscar De La Hoya? Why Floyd Mayweather time and time again was going at Oscar De La Hoya? Why? Why? I mean, he took you when you Floyd Mayweather kicked your father out in the street. Oscar De La Hoya picked him up, gave him a job, bought him a house, bought him a Mercedes. Why? What is your problem with Oscar De La Hoya? Is it because you needed to be a mouthpiece for Al Heyman? Because of course they was going to court, they was getting sued. So you wanted to be a mouthpiece of Al Heyman. And at the end of the day, when you left Top Rank, you ran to be under the umbrella of Golden Boy Promotions. So it seems like everybody want to use the Golden One. Everybody want to use the opportunity that Oscar De La Hoya could provide. And then as soon as you get the juice, as soon as you get the purse, as soon as you get the moolah, as soon as you get the star, as soon as you became a cash cow, now Oscar De La Hoya is all of a sudden this problem. As soon as y'all motherfuckers become a cash cow, all of a sudden Oscar De La Hoya is the devil. I don't understand. That's kind of weird. Because I know when, as a fighter, when you come into what's your goals? Your goals to become a legend, to be the best, and of course, you're a prize fighter. As soon as these dudes become close to what Oscar De La Hoya was, I'm not gonna say Ryan Garcia, but let's be real, he is a star. And I'm not gonna say that Ryan Garcia didn't do his thing in social media to up his profile and things of that nature. But come on, bro. Why all the time when y'all reach the pinnacle, when y'all reach this status that the whole world across over international superstar because of the platform of Oscar De La Hoya? And some people gonna be like, yo, but Oscar De La Hoya didn't do anything. He had other partners, he had other people that shut the F up. It was Oscar De La Hoya that built his damn career, company with his bare hands. Because if he say F Golden Boy Promotions, I just want to play golf all my life and forget about the company and forget about it, that y'all all lose a damn job. He built it with his bare hands, and he flips the bill. Unlike these other promoters that be like, oh yeah, we're a promotional company. You have your little sticker in the banner. Nah, Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy Promotions, they flip that bill. So I want to know, ¿quién son los malagradecidos? Who's the ungrateful people? Now I'm gonna tell you like this. That doesn't mean like somebody wrote to me and be like, yo, but that doesn't mean because he give you money that you got to be a slave to him. I'm not saying that. I'm looking from the outside looking in. I'm looking from the outside looking in. So what I'm saying is from the outside perspective. I don't know their business. I'm not in a negotiation room. I don't know. And people going to be like, but you contradict yourself. If you don't know, why are you talking about it? Because goddamn it, everything they doing is in public. So I'm going by what they do publicly. I see the flame. I see them always going at Oscar De La Hoya and go to a promotion. I always see Oscar De La Hoya como like, yo, what was wrong with you? Like, I'm always seeing Oscar De La Hoya in the defense. And I'm saying to my mom, damn, Oscar De La Hoya, can you show them what you did for a living? I want to see Oscar De La Hoya crack some jaws with stilettos on. Damn it. Come on, Oscar. They're always going at you, Oscar. I see all the time, it seems like he's a nice guy because they always got something to say about Oscar De La Hoya. But none of you mother effers would be where you at if it wasn't for the Golden One. We'll still be calling Floyd Mayweather Pretty Boy Floyd. And I know some of y'all stuck on the stilettos and the Victoria's Secret garment. I understand. I understand. I just want to understand, though. Can you imagine if you said, yo, just imagine, just put yourself in position where because I think fighters also forget about the investors. I think that fighters forget about the managers. I think fighters forget about the promoters. I think fighters forget about those first 4 years when really nobody believed in you and you didn't even know your own worth. And then you get to a position where you get an amount of money and you get more money, and then you got new people around you and they be like, yo, you worth more than that. And yo, well, let me see your contract that you just signed. Yeah, I signed this contract, but I signed this contract when I didn't think I was worth nothing. And then it's almost like, if y'all know hip hop, it's almost like Bad Boys, P. Diddy, the Locks. When the Locks signed $100,000 deal at the age of 17, and think about it, for a 17-year-old, $100,000. God damn, woo! Think about it, 17-year-old, $100,000. You break it in 3 ways. And then when the Locks start really getting popping and see the money that's being generated, then they're like, hell no, yo, P. Diddy, yo, Diddy robbed us. No, you just ain't knew your value when you were 17 years old and you signed a contract. Ain't nobody put a gun in your head and sign no contract. Speaking fact, Mundo says, speaking facts, Punch. Good looking now. Raquel Donati said, no, Punch, not right. If a promoter owns you, you should respect that without a fighter. They are not a promoter, but without a promoter, boxers can sign to networks or make their own deals. Let me put that up. No, Punch, not right. If a promoter owns you, you should respect that without a fighter. They are not a promoter. But without a promoter, boxers can sign to networks or make their own deal. And look, but they got to go through the contract that they signed. I don't hear them complaining about Oscar before. Now, of course, we seen. Look, remember when before July 4th of 2020, I believe it was 2020 or 2021. Was it 2020 or 2021? I think it was 2020. That they were supposed to fight. Ryan Garcia held down. And then Ryan Garcia said that he signed the best deal of any prospect in the history of the sport of boxing. And they was hugging. Ryan Garcia said that he signed the most lucrative deal of any prospect in the history of the sport of boxing. And it's all smiles. Canelo Alvarez, when he signed to Oscar de la Hoya Gold de Boer Promotions, he said that Gold de Boer Promotion was going to make me a star. And matter of fact, let's go word by word. Let's go word by word. I don't want people to use my word. I want people to use the word. Let me see if it was here. Hold on. Was it this? No, it wasn't this. Let's find the word. Give me one second. Let me post this thing up. Let's post this thing up. Yes. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's go what Canelo Alvarez wanted. Let's go back in time. All right, let's read what Canelo Alvarez, when he signed to Go to Board Promotions. He says, I want to show everyone that I will be world champion and that I am ready to fight the best fighters in the world, Alvarez said. The opportunity to work with Golden Boy is definitely one that I could not pass up, as I feel it will help me achieve my goal of reaching my full potential as a fighter and becoming a huge success in boxing. Golden Boy promoted 2 of Alvarez fights before signing him, including one in Mexico that drew a sellout crowd of 6,000. So let's be real, let's be clear. Go Oscar de la Hoya, go Canelo Alvarez. You was a guy that was like an Edgar Berlanga before he got you. You was in Mexico, not in America, but in Mexico, you did 6,000 numbers. I mean, 6,005, 6,000 people in the crowd. Yeah, you packed the Hulu Theater. How about that? You packed the Hulu Theater. But with Oscar de la Hoya, when you signed the exclusive deal, you became international. And not only because of that you just signed the deal, it's because who was in their inventories and who Oscar de la Hoya was. Don't switch it up. Because it could have been Golden Corral promotion. And it could have Eric Gomez, or it could have, or let's say Richard Schaefer. It would have never would have looked the way that it looked. Let's be right. And nobody knew, let's say, for example, Richard Schaefer. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody like he's not a star. Like being next to Oscar de la Hoya, one of the most relevant faces and one of the most beloved fighters that ever graced the ring, is one of the reasons why you became a major star. And he was your mouthpiece as well. You feel me? Golden Boy Promotions delivered to Oscar to Canelo Alvarez. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? Matter of fact, let's how about this? How about this, folks? Ladies and gentlemen, do you agree that Golden Boy Promotions delivered to Canelo Alvarez? Canelo Alvarez wanted to become a huge success in the sport of boxing. Did Canelo become a huge success in the sport of boxing? And let's not forget that, like I said earlier, the reason why he became a huge success is because the inventories that Golden Boy Promotions had. Because hey, look at this. You can sign a deal with like Matchroom Eddie Hearn. But depending what's in his inventory, it doesn't matter anything. You can sign with them, but if they don't got the inventory, they can't match you up with these type of stars, then it can't build your profile, can't build your stardom. Let's not forget that Canelo Alvarez fought Shane Mosley in the undercard of Cotto versus Mayweather. Wow. Golden Boy Promotions. Wow. Cotto versus Mayweather, and in the co-main, Canelo versus Shane Mosley. When was the last time you seen something like that? Damn it, the last time that Deontay Wilder became a champion once. When we were starving, crying, bitching. Oh my God, when are we going to have a heavyweight champion? When are we going to have a heavyweight champion? And guess who signed the heavyweight champion of the world? Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy Promotions. And let me tell you something about Golden Boy Promotion. I'm going to tell you like this. Hold on, let me take this thing off, because I want you to show me, God damn it, I want you to see my face, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to see my face. If Canelo Alvarez was still in Golden Boy Promotions, the fight that we all want to see would have been delivered. If Canelo Alvarez would have still with Golden Boy Promotions, we wouldn't be begging for a Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It would have happened already. Because the track record speak for itself when it comes to Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy Promotions, outside of Jaime Munguia, let's be real. Outside of Jaime Munguia, like I said in the beginning, they don't marinate shit. They don't build shit. They don't marinate shit. If the shit is a real good fight, let's have the fight right now. Right now. Oscar de la Hoya as a fighter didn't wait on nothing. Didn't marinate, didn't build nothing. Let's have that fight. Oscar de la Hoya is known for fighting the best. Anytime, any place, anyhow. Let's do it. Let's not forget that Oscar de la Hoya was in 160 pounds, and he said, let's fight Manny Pacquiao. Matter of fact, I remember Oscar de la Hoya was the A-side, and I said, matter of fact, no, I want to fight him at his best. I am going to go down to the 147 and come back 2 weight classes down to fight Manny Pacquiao where he didn't even have to. The track record speaks for itself. Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy Promotion and their matchmakers, they test the fighters. They test you out. They're going to be pumping money up your ass, and they don't know who the hell you are as a fighter. And then Ryan Garcia saying yesterday, you know, I think they want me to lose. Ryan Garcia, don't be a fool. And I like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, when I saw Ryan Garcia in New York City, what he said, I put the video, he said, hey, yo, Punch Drunk Boxing, the only truth teller. One thing about, and I respect about Ryan Garcia, is that Ryan Garcia, he don't take nothing to heart. He don't take nothing to heart. He's one of the coolest cats, and he don't take nothing to heart. He understands criticism. He understands the praises as well. He's level-headed. That's one thing I like about Ryan Garcia. If anybody have met Ryan Garcia is so level-headed like this. Like all the praises don't phase him, all the critics don't phase him. He's level-headed. He takes his win like he takes his loss, like he takes the critics, like he takes the praise. Shout out to Lisa Garcia. I remember the first time when they looked at the video and I did a video and it was and when he pulled out of the July 4th fight, I did a video critiquing him like, oh man, you're gonna pull out again, right? Pause. And shout out to Lisa Garcia. And she said, and I used to leave my email on the description box. Who the hell is this? She left it, said, and she wrote me an email. Oh my goodness. I thought it was Satan. Lisa Garcia, shout out to Mama Garcia. She chewed me out. If you're going to be doing some journalist work, at least reach out and get the real answers and things of that nature and stuff like that. And that's good. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, damn, I've been reaching y'all out for an interview and stuff like that. God damn, I need to say something negative for y'all to get some type of attention. And then we chopped it up. And Lisa Garcia understand me, and Ryan Garcia and the family, Henry Garcia understand me. And at the end of the day, look, I'm comedic at the same time. I love boxing. I appreciate and I love boxers. I always say it almost each and every time. You know, I'm here to preserve the sport of boxing, to preserve the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. I can see, I see if I've been saying this since the beginning, and I'm keep on saying it in each and every video. When I'm critiquing, I'm not critiquing, or I'm not saying because I wanna kick you down as a fighter. No. I want to preserve you. Matter of fact, if I see I'll be seeing when people be ganging up on one fighter, and I'll be like, no, I ain't even gonna do content about that. When people be ganging up on Jamal Charlo, I ain't gonna do a content about that. Oh, y'all doing an overkill right now. I'm doing overkill. You know what I'm saying? Or we're doing overkill. Yeah, at the end of the day, I always also say that boxing translates to life itself. So when I see some character flaws from the outside looking in, remember, I'm saying from the outside looking in, I don't know all the details between Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya. I'm just reporting, and I'm just have my opinion comes from what I'm looking from the outside looking in. Now, if Oscar De La Hoya, Ryan Garcia, shout out to Henry Garcia, my guy Pops. Shout out to Lisa Garcia. Shout out to Sean Garcia. If there is anything that I'm saying it right now, if there's anything that I don't know that to break to be like, yo, Punch, I understand that you don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you all this, but this is really the reason why is this. Then humble me, please. I love to be humble. I don't have an ego. But I'm just going by what I see. And what I see is that every time that we see Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, and I'm saying Oscar because, of course, there's more to just Golden Boy Promotions to Oscar De La Hoya. There is a lot of people in play. But what I see publicly is them always going after Oscar. So what is Oscar doing to these guys? That these guys, after their biggest purse, their contract, look, I was going to put this one right here. I was going to put this one right here. Check this out. Look at Floyd Mayweather's purse. Let's go by Floyd Mayweather's purse. Let's go. Look at Floyd Mayweather. And I had this Floyd Mayweather. Hold on. Let's go to Floyd Mayweather purses. Right? Let's go to Floyd Mayweather purses. Let me see. And I know that. Let's just see what people have here, right? Let me see if it's here. Let me see if there's a list here. If there's like a inflated list or whatever. Let's just go to any website that is close to. Let me see if it's in this one. Let me see. I remember there's a website that has the list, right? All right, it's not in this one. Let's go. Essential purses. This is this one. There was a list. Tip Bayless in the building. What's good? Tip Bayless in the building. What's good, brother? With the $2 super chatty patty cake in the building. Damn, there used to be the list. Let me see if it's the image. Let me see the image. Let me see if they got an image. I'm saying purses, and they showing his purses like Louis Vuitton and purses and stuff like that. That's how many purses these guys wear that now. Let's see. Coño, pero don't get that said list, man. I remember they used to have it. I used to have it with me, man, so I could justify what I'm talking about. Where's these website at? Man, Google changed, bro. I mean, I think Google changed for the good because guarantee career. And let me see if it's this one. There you go. Oh, okay. Let's go right here. Yes. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right here. Let's go right here. And so y'all could get an idea of what I'm talking about. Mikey Garcia run at 140 or Canelo run at 168? Callum Smith, Billy Joe, Kalen Plant, Triple G Trilogy, John Ryder, Jamal Charlo. You gotta run that Mike Garcia run for me again. Give me the names with Ryan Garcia again. I'm sorry, with Mikey Garcia at 140. I don't remember. We got Robert Easter. No. He didn't. He did. No, he beat Robert Easter at 135. Did he beat Maurice? He beat Broner at 140. At 140, only had one fight at 140. Mikey Garcia run at 140 or Canelo run at. He only had one fight at 140. Mikey Garcia only had one fight at 140, my brother. Shit, then why Oscar say he wasn't even sweating in the locker room? He was drained. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me post this picture up so we could further clarify what I'm talking about. Okay. Give me a second. Good looking out. And my fault, I saw Triple X in the building. What's good, brother? He said Teofimo Lopez versus Manny Pacquiao. Who wins today? Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez wins today. In their prime, shit. Manny Pacquiao. In their prime, Manny Pacquiao. Right now, Teofimo Lopez. One second. Okay. So peep this, fellas and ladies and gentlemen. So before Golden Boy Promotions, before Floyd Mayweather was working with Golden Boy Promotions, all right, top rank, he got God, he got 3 million. Mitchell, 4 million. Judah, 5 million. Baldomir, 8 million. And here comes the Oscar de la Hoya fight, 25 million. On the Golden Boy Promotions, Ricky Hatton, 38 million. On the Golden Boy Promotions, Marquez, 25 million. On the Golden Boy Promotion, no, I don't think that was Golden Boy Promotion. Because I didn't think that he wanted, I don't think that the Mosley fight. But he got 40 million. I don't think the Mosley fight was purely Golden Boy Promotion. I gotta recheck that one because I remember that Shane Mosley had to leave Golden Boy Promotions to get that fight. I forgot that one. But Ortiz, Golden Boy Promotions, Cotto, Golden Boy Promotions, Guerrero, Golden Boy Promotions, Alvarez, Golden Boy Promotions, Maidana 1 and Maidana 2. So when I say that Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar de la Hoya turned Pretty Boy into Money May, Oscar de la Hoya made Oscar de la Hoya made Money May. Now I'm not saying that Floyd Mayweather didn't go out there and fight and win. But look at the purses. And here comes Oscar De La Hoya. Now, take out Oscar De La Hoya. Let's say if Oscar De La Hoya says, I want to retire. Let's say if Oscar De La Hoya says, I want to retire. Also, let's say that Oscar De La Hoya says, I want to retire and I'm going to retire and I'm going to retire my promotional company. If Oscar De La Hoya says, you know what, I'm going to retire. I don't really need to give Mayweather a fight. That's almost like saying, Floyd Mayweather, I don't really need to give Paul Williams a fight. That's like saying Canelo Alvarez, I don't really need to give David Benavidez a fight. Say Oscar De La Hoya would retire right there. How about if Oscar De La Hoya says, I don't want to do nothing with boxing before the Mayweather fight? And let's see if Oscar De La Hoya would have been like, you know what? I don't want to fight Oscar De La Hoya. I don't want to fight Floyd Mayweather because if I fight Floyd Mayweather, then I have to change my trainer who has evolved me as a fighter, has rejuvenated me as a fighter. Because if I have to fight Floyd Mayweather, I can't be with my best trainer that I ever had. Remember what Oscar De La Hoya said? To this day, the best trainer that he has ever had was Floyd Mayweather Sr. So he went into a fight with Floyd Mayweather without the trainer that he was comfortable. Remember, Freddie Roach just came about because Floyd Mayweather Sr. didn't want to train Oscar De La Hoya to fight his son. Not train, but he even asked for $2 million. And Floyd Mayweather Sr. said that he outpriced himself, knowing that Oscar De La Hoya is not going to let him do that. It's not going to let him. It was not going to pay him that. And of course, he was not. And Floyd Mayweather Sr. was not really going to train Oscar to be his own son. Some people may see it as a disadvantage. I see it now. If you really think about it, I see it as a disadvantage. Because there was no problems with Oscar and Floyd Mayweather Sr. Floyd Mayweather Sr. not developed, but rejuvenated, just like Oscar De La Hoya said. I started waking up in the morning again. I started running. He's the only trainer that could train me, that can make me be disciplined like I was in the beginning. But look at Floyd Mayweather's purses after Top Rank. And every single time you hear Floyd Mayweather talking shit about Oscar, my man, he got you the mother effing bag after a bag after a bag after a bag. He flipped the bill. You never had to flip the bill with Mayweather Promotions. Golden Boy Promotions kept on flipping the bill after flipping the bill and after flipping the mother effing bill. Esta gente son malagradecidos, they ungrateful. He was hooking you up and your father up, bruh. He was hooking you up and your father up. So Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy Promotions deliver for Floyd Mayweather. Did you ever hear Floyd Mayweather complain about the money after Top Rank? Shit, to this day, he's still flashing everything. Did you ever hear Floyd Mayweather complain about money after Top Rank? Let me recheck. Who did Floyd Mayweather? The Shane Mosley, who promoted that fight? I think that was Mayweather. I think that was the first. Let me see. Floyd Mayweather. That was wrong on my phone. What the hell is wrong, man? That's whoa! Don't tell me this is happening to this phone as well. That means I need to get a new phone. Let's see. Who did that fight with Shane Mosley and himself? Hold on. Let me see. That was Matter of fact, that was Richard the promoter, Richard Schaefer, Eric Gomez. That was Golden Boy Promotions. That was Golden Boy Promotions. The Manny Pacquiao was Floyd Mayweather and Bob Arum. The Ricky Hatton fight was. Yep, Golden Boy Promotions. The Marquez one was Golden Boy Promotions. Everything was Golden Boy Promotion plus the matchmaking. Davis told Ryan 138. Ryan agreed 2 weeks passed, and Davis changed it to 136. Yep. Let me take this thing out. So, that's all I'm saying. I want to understand why does every time when these guys get the bag, and look, sometimes I think there's some snakish shit in the sport of boxing. If you know boxing, there's a lot of snakish ish that goes inside the sport of boxing. That was weird to see how they didn't, quote unquote, wanted to prove the Billy Joe Saunders fight. But then he leaves the contract they rip the contract up. Eddie Hearn comes out of nowhere, working with Canelo Alvarez. We know that their main promoter, the Zone, is like Eddie Hearn, right? All of a sudden, it was kind of weird. I think there was a setup. I think they set everything up. Everything in boxing is just doesn't go like this. People knew what they was doing. And now I'm looking at Ryan Garcia's situation, and Oscar de la Hoya keeps on saying that I can't reach Ryan Garcia, that I have to go through his peoples and his people. He doesn't. Why don't Ryan Garcia want to talk face to face with the promoter? Because you remember when he did talk face to face, he got that lucrative. Remember, he complained for the first time. He got the lucrative deal, and then Ryan Garcia was so happy. He said, "I got the most richest contract of any prospect in the history of the sport of boxing." So when you speak directly to Oscar de la Hoya, and history tells us that he'll hook you up. See, sometimes there may be somebody in the middle that's trying to say, "Hey, yo, you could get more money out of it." Hey, yo, man, they're getting a percentage, bro. If you leave them, you won't be getting this type of percentage. Remember, there's always somebody that's trying to break up a happy home, or trying to break up a home. Is always trying to gives you something, and I'm talking about in business. Hey, you get that? Hey, yo, my man, I heard you get that for 20%. I could give it to you for 15%. Why you think a lot of fighters went with Al Heyman as well? He cut the middleman off, gave him more money and stuff like that, got a TV deal, gave him more money, advanced money and stuff like that. And yo, my man, if you cut the promoter, you're gonna get this percentage, man. Now when the money is drying out, where everybody going? Where you going? No. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? And I'm not saying, look, this is business. You know what I'm saying? When something falls, somebody gonna pick it up. But all I'm saying is I don't get it, because if somebody is something, look, there's something special about, and I'm not saying you got to stay with these people forever in your life, right? But it's something special about when somebody sees something in you, or somebody see a value in you that nobody else see. When somebody see a value in you that nobody else see, and they value more than anybody else, and then you have the confidence of valuing yourself, and then now you know your value. And now you want to shit on the people, and I see that in boxing all the time. I see sometimes these trainers work with these fighters in the beginning when they're nobody, and then they reach them to championship level, and they become a champion, and then right there when they become a champion, they need another trainer. I know what they do in the sport of boxing. Sometimes once you're in that type of level, they be like, no, you should train with this one. Ladies and gentlemen, you think that Freddie Roach gets all these fighters because, oh my God, Freddie Roach is one of the best trainers ever since Customato and no. That's an inside thing. Sometimes they weave the team that you came in with, they try to weave you out of them. They try to take them out. That's boxing. It's money to be made. Everybody hustling. Ain't nobody friends here. Ain't nobody's friends. I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you. Let me ask you a question. Y'all think, and I'm saying this for real, from the outside looking in, I don't think that Floyd Mayweather respects Calvin Ford like that. I don't think that Floyd Mayweather thought that that Calvin Ford, that Bill Gervonta Tank Davis could get him could take him to the promised land or could take him to a whole nother level. No. Why you think Kevin Cunningham trained him for one of those fights? They was trying to make Gervonta Tank Davis leave his peoples. Until Gervonta Tank Davis probably took notice that I'm going to stay loyal to my guys. They do this in boxing. They try so hard and tell you, hey, guy, look, he took you as much that he could. This trainer took you as much that he could take you, and then they hit you with these trainers, these trending trainers like Derrick James and stuff like that. Derrick James, Eddie Reynoso. You remember Eddie Reynoso just had a full. Remember Eddie Reynoso? Canelo Alvarez, and then we have Luis Nery. We have Frank Sanchez. Virgil Ortiz was about to go over there. Andy Ruiz, Ryan Garcia. Nonito said all boxers were hyped for Mayweather and Oscar to become promoters because they thought they'd finally be treated like people and not dogs. I don't know, man. I mean, so everybody got their different, you could hear that there's going to be fighters out there that love Oscar de la Hoya. I've spoken to Virgil Ortiz's team, and he said, and Virgil Ortiz Sr. told me he won't have nobody promoting his son but Oscar de la Hoya. He said he's the realest dude in the sport of boxing. That if it wasn't for Oscar de la Hoya, he won't even want his son in the sport of boxing. So there's certain people that, they look at Kid Austin. Kid Austin, he had Al Heyman on the table, had Bob Arum on the table, had Eddie Hearn on the table, every promoter on the table. He chose to go with Golden Boy Promotions. There's people that love Golden Boy Promotions. There's people that love Oscar de la Hoya. Miguel Cotto loves working with Oscar de la Hoya. He's giving him the opportunity to co-promote and stuff like that. Then there's other fighters that act like Ryan or other fighters that act like Canelo Alvarez. But guess what? These guys got put in another level with Oscar de la Hoya that these other fighters never got on. Triple X said Roy Jones Jr. 49-1 at 2003, greater than Floyd 50-0. Roy Jones Jr. was my favorite fighter, man. I think that if Roy Jones Jr. would have never came back down and fought Antonio Tarver, brother, I think people will be arguing if he's the greatest of all time. Good looking out. Good looking out with the $2 super chat, my brother. Good looking out. Good looking out, man. You know, everybody got their, got their experience. There's fighters that love to work with Top Rank. There's other fighters that complain. Look, Tio complains about Top Rank, but Shakur Stevenson don't complain about Top Rank. You know, Floyd Mayweather complain about Top Rank, but Manny Pacquiao for many years didn't complain about Top Rank. Miguel Cotto went from Top Rank to Golden Boy Promotions to doing his own thing to Golden Boy Promotions again. You know what I'm saying? So I think his experience punch. Did you see the Stephen A. Smith interview with Ryan Garcia? Nah, I didn't see it. Why Ryan Garcia don't do it? They need to come out here to punch run boxing. Why go to a bunch of people that don't give a damn about y'all? That's another thing about these about boxers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I love y'all boxers. I love y'all, but y'all when it's time when it's time for y'all show, don't give us the little crumbs. Don't give us the media week interviews. Give us the exclusives. We're the one that talk about y'all 24/7. As a matter of fact, Savage, I don't know. I didn't want to listen to that. I didn't even want to listen to that interview. Come to Punch Run Boxing and talk to Punch Run Boxing, and we talk about y'all fighters 24/7. Let me tell you something about these algorithms. Let me tell you something about these about the social media. It don't matter if you interview. It don't matter if they're interviewing by the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is not boxing fans. That's like me bringing a poet to Punch Run Boxing. Y'all going to tune out. Y'all going to leave. There'll be like 5 people looking on and stuff like that. And probably if I'm going to be making fun of the poet. That's it. I need to come a Punch Run Boxing. God damn it. Because Stephen A. Smith talk about boxing once a year and motherfuckers be running like little bitches out there. Get me sick. I'm sick of y'all sometimes. I'm sick of y'all boxers sometimes. I got to keep it real, man. I'm keeping it real. Coming to the YTBC, man. Go do an interview with Showbiz. Go do an interview. Go do an interview with anyway, Blue Bloods, Punch Run. Come over here. Come to our world. Motherfucker, we talk about y'all 24/7. We the one that putting in work. When your ass is on vacation and stuff like that, we the one that's be talking about y'all pumping boxing, keeping boxing alive when the whole world saying that boxing is dead. And then y'all give all these guys, well, now when your big fight comes along, y'all asses run to these damn platforms that could give a shit about boxing. That's why little by little, I don't know. I'll be looking at these boxing people like weird, bro. I did media credentials one time, and I'm looking at and they give like 15 minutes, 20 minutes of this. You know this girl that plays ball, that she does a lot of tricks and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, these boxing content creators, these independent media is trying to get these exclusive. And I remember exclusive with Canelo Alvarez, exclusive with Jamel Charlo. Y esta tigre con hey, spin it around. Hey, can you dribble like this? Y esto basketball. Vete de aquí, mujer. And then these people in the boxing give them the airtime. Weird, bro. Weird. And then you do interviews with these folks, and they don't even want to put them. They don't even want to put that shit in their social media platform. Unless if you a big podcast, that's when they like to put it on their stories. Put it on, do the interview that I had with you, put it up there, and damn, market and advertise that on your social media platform. When they do a little interview with the Breakfast Club or do an interview ahí, mira, they post it up y con nosotros lo dejan como somos basura. Or the Boxing Voice, Showbiz, Blue Bloods, yeah, Champ Side, everybody. Come over here. They don't understand, bro. But it's all right. They're late rappers or movie actors. Yeah, come on, man. You know what the thing they think because they do an interview with Oh my God. Yeah. You're gonna have to the PR. Let's do an interview with this podcast. You know what I'm saying? They have 300,000 views. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and 300 subscribers. They have 1 million subscribers. Let's do something with the ballers and stuff like that. Their audience don't give a damn about y'all. It don't matter if that platform have uh uh, uh 700K, if that platform has 1.2 followers, if that platform is not built on even sports, they don't care if you show up. You're not gonna get new fans. It don't work like that. Stop trying to shortcut shit. Big boy facts, them dudes, yeah, man. I get it. But you know, it's like that. Let me tell you something about this game, bro. Let me tell you something about boxing. Most boxers, 90%. I ain't talking about the Canelo. I'm not talking about the I ain't talking about the Furies. I'm talking about even the elite fighters. Everybody knows you and loves you. Come fight week. You gotta fight. Maybe in Vegas, maybe in New York, or maybe in Cali. And you getting all this publicity, and everybody want to be your friend, and everybody want to speak to you. But right after the fight, 3 days after the fight, you be walking in the same lobby, same hotel. You just like a regular motherfucking average Joe. You're regular. Hey, go to another state. Hey, yeah, that week, the fight of the week, you the man. You the man. 2 or even right after the fight, or 2 days after the fight, be in the lobby in the hotel. You walking around just like everybody else. But for the boxing fan is gonna keep you. Is gonna keep you. But if you don't show love to the boxing community, this is why more and more and more boxing hosts, independent boxing, they little by little they starting to more disrespect fighters and disrespect fighters. It's because the fighters don't respect us anyway. Most of these fighters don't respect our work. They think they're doing you a favor. No, I'm doing you a favor too. Sometimes these fighters think that they're doing me a favor. No, yo te estoy haciendo un favor a usted también. What do you think I'm doing? I could be sleeping right now, coming with the significant others and my kids and stuff like that. You think you do something for me? I do something for you too. This is work out here. Shit. Nah, I keep it real, bro. I keep it real, man. Then they're giving you a bone. No, it's work out here, man. I'm gonna be pumping your name. I'm gonna preserve you. I'm gonna preserve our sport. But I mean, facts. Tank don't even. Big boy said facts. Tank don't even go to the Rise podcast. Exactly. Why Tank don't go to the Rise podcast? Like what? Like really? Like they really gotta ask you, yo, Tank, show us love. Yo, my man, go to the Rise podcast and build that Rise podcast. So then the casuals and outside of the sport of boxing, they come to the Rise podcast to know what the hell is going on with Gervonta Tank Davis. But como they don't, yo, it's like, it's weird. This boxing shit is weird, man. And all the sport is weird people. Boxing, that's what I'm talking about. Said, what's good? He said, boxing needs YouTube reporters and fans. We keep this shit alive. Facts. Facts. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. This is why I think some of the entities in the sport of boxing is failing. Hiring, yo, I seen Top Rank and they had these two younger cats. Why you hiring them? Come hire me. Come hire Punch on Boxing. Oh my God, that interview that you had with Tifa Lopez. Oh my God, I don't think it's good. You know what I'm saying? Do you really think that is good? Matter of fact, fuck Mark Cragle. Let me interview. Let me go to Top Rank and let me interview Tifa Lopez, Keyshawn Davis, and Shakur Steve. Let me interview them, since you know that, you know what I'm saying, that Shakur Stevens and Tifa Lopez, that we have great chemistry when we actually talking online. How about that? No, they don't want to do that. No. And then when their time comes, they forget about you. Shh. Like if you was nobody throughout the year, like you just somebody else. brother. Canelo does not need Benavidez. Oh shit, let me check the poll. Let's go back to the Devin Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. Hold on, let me check the poll. Okay, boom. Here we go. I hear people saying that Canelo Alvarez, he don't have to face David Benavidez now. He don't have to face Devin Benavidez now. He could face him in September. Maybe he could fight Jaime Munguia. He doesn't need to fight David Benavidez. Because Rachel said, shout out to Rachel. She said, because you won't take the pay for the bribe for a narrative. They want you to push. We saw it and talked about it. Punch. You should be in there. Facts. But you know what, Rach? It's like I'm still gonna pump. I'm still gonna, because I think I'm one of those boxing content creators that I rather hype than critique. I'd rather hype you than critique you. See, there's other boxing content creators, other people that be like, oh man, I don't think this fighter is gonna be what they say he is. Let me see. It's almost like, let me see what this guy could do. Let me see first how many rounds. Yo, when I'm hyping Keyshawn Davis before when he turned pro, I'm hyping Keyshawn Davis up. I'm hyping Ben Whitaker up. I'm hyping Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Tang versus Ryan and stuff like that. Like, I'd rather hype than critique all the time. Most of these people just critique. Most of these people devalue these fighters. It's almost like when I be like, oh, yo, Demis Andre is that guy. He's that guy. He's been dug. I believe that he's been avoided and been dug. But it's not like everybody else. It's easy to spin a bunch of and praise Canelo Alvarez after every day. There's more to boxing than Canelo. There's more to boxing than Benavidez. There's more than boxing than Tyson Fury. There's more to boxing than Gervonta Tank Davis. That's why sometimes when certain fighters lose, they get shocked. They're shocked. You know, it's because you're not even paying attention to the other fighters. You're not trying to even analyze the other fighter because you're so busy looking past the fight that's in front of you. Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez is the primary fight in the sport of boxing. Most asked for fight in the sport of boxing, right? But there's Canelo Alvarez. There's a Canelo Alvarez fan base. Not everybody that's Canelo Alvarez fan, but there is a fan base, a fanboyish fan base that feel threatened when we ask Canelo Alvarez what to do. See, it's not. I understand. I've read enough. I see tweets. I read tweets. I be on panels. I see videos. I see chats. I know the pulse. I do this, right? See, there's a fan base that want to protect Canelo Alvarez. There's people that want to protect Canelo Alvarez, like Kevin Costner and Bodyguard trying to protect Winnie Houston. You guys are in the for real. You guys are protecting Canelo Alvarez when Canelo Alvarez doesn't need your protection. Canelo Alvarez resume speak for itself. Canelo Alvarez resume speak for itself. Yes, we want Canelo Alvarez to face David Benavidez next in Cinco de Mayo. That's what the pundits, that's what independent media, fans, boxing fans, unbiased fans. We, in the end of the day, we are fight fans and we want to see a great fight. We want to see the fight that makes sense. We want to see the fight that we feel is going to push the guy that we call great to the limit so we can see more of their greatness. Now, there's some people that they just want to see greatness lose for whatever reason, just like they did with Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, Rage. It's a bunch of fanagers. It's a bunch of protectors. No. Canelo doesn't have to face David Benavidez. Canelo doesn't have to face David Benavidez. I mean, what has David Benavidez done to get the payday of Canelo Alvarez? What has he done? No, Canelo Canelo, you don't have to face him. No. What's he done? He only beat the Andre and Caleb Plant. You knocked that Caleb Plant. And then we never respected the Andre anyway. He's a horrible fighter. So if he's a horrible fighter, David Benavidez ain't beat nobody. Canelo Alvarez, stand back. We got you, Canelo. We got you. Stand back. We fought John Ryder, and John Ryder has a better resume than the guys that you want him to fight. These guys were so hyped. These guys protected Canelo Alvarez to fight John Ryder instead of asking Canelo Alvarez to fight David Benavidez because they hate other fans telling Canelo Alvarez what to do. There were certain fans that really was like, yo, but John Ryder is a good fighter, and John Ryder put himself in but John Ryder put himself in position to get the Canelo Alvarez fight punch. If your boy Demis Andre would have fought Parker, then he would have faced Canelo Alvarez. Shut the fuck up. The reason why you was calling Demis Andre ducking Janabek is because Demis Andre wanted to fight Zach Parker. You were shaming Demis Andre to fight Janabek. The reason why you say he ducked Janabek is because he wanted to fight Zach Parker. You ain't want him to fight Zach Parker. And then when he didn't fight Zach Parker, y'all switched it up and say, see, if Demis Andre would have fought Zach Parker, then he would have had Canelo Alvarez. Mentiroso, mira, límpiate la boca con jabón. Danny Lopez said, punch picking movies for my weekend. That's a good movie, man. That's a good movie. The Bodyguard. That's what I'm gonna call these guys. These guys are like the Bodyguard, man. Trying to protect Canelo Alvarez like Kevin Costner. Y'all be singing the songs to Canelo Alvarez too. I have nothing if I don't have you. Canelo, if I don't have you. Hey, yo, Canelo defensive team is better than fucking OJ Simpson better defensive team. Hey, yo, Canelo's defensive team, Savage, is better than Kardashian and Johnny Cochran. Man, protecting Canelo Alvarez. You don't need no damn protection from David Benavidez. Matter of fact, I still believe I'm predicting that Canelo Alvarez actually still beat David Benavidez. I'm predicting that Canelo Alvarez beat David Benavidez. I'm predicting that. I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan. I just can't relate to these other motherfuckers for real. I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan. It's just that it's almost like I was a Deontay Wilder fan. I'm a Deontay Wilder fan. It's just that these fanboys, they take it to another level that it doesn't even seem like I'm a Deontay Wilder fan. But ladies and gentlemen, if you've been following the channel for quite some time, you know I'm a Deontay Wilder fan. It's just that these other people took it to another extreme. It looks like I'm a Deontay Wilder hater. That's how much they love Deontay Wilder. They be sniffing on his draws. Even when Deontay Wilder was twerking and stuff like that, and people was critiquing Deontay Wilder, these guys was like, but that was his business, though. He was just having fun with his daughter, though. What about the twerk, bro? What about the twerk? So what? Why are you looking at him twerking? Motherfucker, you saw the twerk, too. So what? He was having fun with his family. He's having fun with his daughters. He was twerking and stuff like that. Motherfucker looked like Deontay Wilder was practicing. He practiced that shit. That shit was... He looked like a pro, bro. He looked like a pro twerker. And that ain't the first time he was twerking. That was not his first try. Motherfucker been practicing. Deontay Wilder was practicing. Shit. It's not the first time the motherfucker was twerking. But I believe this fight need to happen in Cinco de Mayo. And I believe, and this is not even a shame. I'm not shaming Canelo Alvarez to fight David Benavidez. To be honest, and look, I'm gonna be real. If Canelo Alvarez says tomorrow, I'm gonna retire. That's it. That's it for me. I got nothing to prove. I got so many businesses and stuff like that. I want to be. I just don't have. Like if remember when Mike Tyson said, "I don't got the stomach for it no more," and I don't want to disrespect the game. If Canelo says, man, I don't got the stomach for this, man. I got a bunch of gas station. I got investment. I got energy drinks. I got beers. I got a family. I got an empire. It's just so much. I want to be focused. I'm doing so many things. And all these businesses and investment is just, it's just too much. And I'm loving my life right now. And I love my health. And I've loved what I've accomplished. That even though, let's be real, let's be honest, whoever I beat is just another name on the resume. It doesn't enhance my legacy, really. If I beat David Benavidez, it will be good for this time today. If I beat David Benavidez, it will be good for the time of today. But then if we look at the history of the sport of boxing, he's saying if we would have beat David Benavidez, we don't know how that fight will age for Canelo Alvarez. See, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. Not giving the benefit of the doubt and giving Canelo Alvarez a pass. But what I'm saying is if Canelo Alvarez has done so much, he has separated himself from his contemporary. There's the gap. And if he says I retire, I don't fight David Benavidez, a lot of people are going to be mad. But by the time that Canelo Alvarez enters the Hall of Fame and they give him all his accolades, it don't matter if he would have fought David Benavidez and beat David Benavidez. It would have never added to his accolades in terms of accomplishment and hardware. Now, the reason why I feel that Canelo Alvarez should fight David Benavidez is because David Benavidez earned the shot at 168 and Canelo Alvarez has responsibility in 168. So I'm holding him accountable for his responsibilities. I'm holding him accountable for his responsibilities at 168. To be honest, I'm being real. I'm holding Canelo Alvarez accountable for his responsibility as an undisputed and David Benavidez being a mandatory in position to fight a Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez keeps on fighting guys that is not in the division, that's coming up to the division. Triple G came up to the division. Jamel Charlo came from the division before he went to fight Bivol in his division. And he only fought one time since he became undisputed, only fought one 168-pounder in which David Benavidez was in position first than John Ryder. So I'm holding Canelo Alvarez accountable. And the more way that he's moving, it just seems like he's avoiding David Benavidez, in which he's in position to fight David Benavidez. And David Benavidez is in position to fight Canelo Alvarez. And more so, people may see it was just a position. Now he's earned the right to be the next opponent for Canelo Alvarez. When you accomplish what you accomplish, you can't shame. Look, I remember when people be like, they like to twist it around, but Floyd Mayweather did it. He picked who he won, but Floyd Mayweather picked champions at the same time outside of Berto. He picked Victor Ortiz because Victor Ortiz was the champion. Maybe it should have never been Victor Ortiz, but Victor Ortiz beat Andre Berto. And Andre Berto should have never lost to Soto Carras. He did for Canelo Alvarez. He did for Cotto. He did for Ricky Hatton. He gave younger fighters a chance too. He gave two young fighters a chance, Canelo and Victor Ortiz. He gave them a chance, yes. For the people that be like, well, could Floyd Mayweather be picking? Yeah, but at least he picked champions. Floyd Mayweather did not pick a John Ryder. Let's be real, let's be honest. He did not pick a John Ryder. If Canelo doesn't fight David Benavidez, that might be an equivalent. Not sort of say because David Benavidez already beat a champion like Caleb Plant, an ex-world champion, but he was not a champion at the time. And he did beat Demise Andre, who was undefeated at the time, but was not a champion in 168. But if he doesn't fight him, it will be almost the equivalent of Floyd Mayweather not fighting Keith Thurman. But is anybody at this time now criticizing Floyd Mayweather and holding him accountable for not fighting Keith from Tom Thurman? Then, well, that's it. And that's what it is. If Canelo doesn't fight David Benavidez, it's almost the equivalent of Floyd Mayweather not fighting Keith Thurman. Floyd Mayweather not fighting Paul Williams. We don't know how David Benavidez is going to age. And I'm talking about not age in terms of numbers and age, like I'm 27 years old, 26 years old. No, I'm talking about age. Like if David Benavidez fights Canelo Alvarez, and David Benavidez loses to Canelo Alvarez, and then in the next fight, David Benavidez loses. And that's just I'm giving you a picture. Loses to Jaime Munguia, and then David Benavidez moves up and loses to Bivol. Then was that fight with David Benavidez that much? How did that age? Let me say it again, and that's what I'm talking about. That's how much Canelo Alvarez has separated himself from his contemporaries. If David Benavidez fights Canelo Alvarez, loses to Canelo Alvarez, and David Benavidez then goes and fights, let's say, Jaime Munguia, and loses to Jaime Munguia, and then he moves up and loses to Bivol, did that win with David Benavidez age well? Because I think the best aged well win was Floyd Mayweather beating Canelo Alvarez. That shit aged very, very well. Damn right. Tell him, Victor. I want to see the fight. I want to see the fight Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez next. And I also feel why Canelo Alvarez needs to fight David Benavidez now if he's interested in fighting him now. And his team should be very, very, should communicate with Canelo Alvarez. We can't wait any longer. Let's not be stupid. Let's not think selfish and think about let's marinate this fight a little bit more, and then so we could get more money. No. You already got all the money. You don't need to marinate for more money. You got all the money, Canelo Alvarez. If I were you, fight David Benavidez now, because you cannot age David Benavidez. He's 26 years old and he's not even in his prime yet. He's about to walk into his prime because, like I said, a 27-year-old, 31, 32, that threshold, that in between fights, that's when your intellect and physical ability coexist at the highest level. He's not even in his prime yet. You give him another training camp and you give him another win, and you building his confidence, building his motivation. He's getting better. He's getting sharper. He stayed consistent. You do not want to give David Benavidez any more time. If I were you, Canelo Alvarez, I would be smart like Floyd Mayweather when Floyd Mayweather caught you. He caught you when you was young. He caught you when you were not with his prime. And then can you imagine if Floyd Mayweather would have fought? If Floyd Mayweather would have fought that Canelo Alvarez that beat Triple G right after that. The Canelo Alvarez, even the Canelo Alvarez after the first Triple G, the elusive Canelo Alvarez that knew how to use his feet, that was countering with combination of punches that went to the body, that was working the jab. It was beautiful. I keep on saying it, man. I watched that fight the other day when I was doing film study, and I can't believe that people did not realize how Canelo Alvarez evolved. But people were so stuck on this Mexican style, you didn't see how elusive and how accurate Canelo Alvarez was off the back foot, good on the front foot, stayed in the pocket. For me, that was the best. For me, that's the best Canelo Alvarez I've seen in terms of his skill set. Everything worked. His defense, his movement, his precision, him pivoting, everything was beautiful. Oh my God, bro. I think the boxing world shamed him to downplay his style. But that Canelo Alvarez beats Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I said it. That Canelo Alvarez beats Floyd Mayweather. The Canelo Alvarez after the Canelo Alvarez that fought Triple G1, that elusive Canelo Alvarez beats Floyd. Hyman says Mexican style was stupid. Mexican style will go far, but the loose. He evolved the Mexican style. People didn't allow him. People didn't allow Canelo Alvarez to grow. People didn't allow it. I remember again that after that fight. Yo, Canelo Alvarez was moving too much. Yo, Canelo Alvarez was moving effectively. Is that people when people expect something, it's almost like everything in life. Like when you translate life itself, you could better yourself, but that doesn't mean that everybody is ready for you getting better. You know what I'm saying? That's the unfortunate thing about life. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're changing. It could be in a relationship. You could be changing and you could be growing, but your significant other is not growing with you. You're growing individually and you become a better person. Let's say if you meet this chick, right? And y'all both hood, you know what I'm saying? Ghetto, y'all struggling in the hood and stuff like that. Y'all trying to make y'all helping each other out, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be spending y'all money on weed and on shit like that, and you know, just doing ghetto shit. And then little by little, you start evolving from that, and you better yourself. And you start reading books, and you start going to seminars, and then you start meeting other friends that elevate themselves. And your chick is still hood and stuff like that, still doing hood shit. And you elevate, and you love her, but then she's let's say she start calling you a square. You changing, like you changing. No, I'm changing to better myself, and you ain't changing with me. And now it's not that I'm not the same cool guy. I'm not the same fun guy. I'm just evolving to something what I think is even cooler. And it's almost like that with Canelo Alvarez. When Canelo Alvarez faced Triple G the first time he evolved, and he didn't get the type of respect, not even from the Mexicans, because they shamed him to fight the Mexican style. Even Abel Sanchez, he started that advertising. You ain't fight Mexican style. And then he needed to fight that Mexican style in the second fight. But in my opinion, the first fight, Canelo Alvarez was actually a better fighter. He beat Triple G the second fight. But for me, Canelo Alvarez was more of a complete fighter and showed that he was more of a complete fighter in the first fight. And people were just still stuck with the 118 and 110 card that people just forgot to analyze the how Canelo Alvarez have evolved. That 118, 110 card actually fogged up a lot of great fight. Because think about it, if it was that 118, 110 card, that fight was great. It was action-packed. It was a high-level chess match. But that 118, 110 card, that's what people remember. And people say it's a robbery. And that wasn't a robbery. That 118, 110 card, that was just a robbery card. But not saying that if that card was 115, 113, Triple G was shook of Mexican style when the rematch, though. Yeah, and I think that people was happy with Canelo Alvarez, but even when I saw that fight, and I felt like Canelo Alvarez did beat Triple G. Matter of fact, I had the Canelo Alvarez at first when I saw the fight in the fight party. I had the Canelo Alvarez lost to Triple G 115, 113, and it could have been a draw. But then when I actually scored it, I did give 115, 113 to Canelo Alvarez, and it could have been a draw. But I could see Canelo Alvarez winning in the first fight as well. Ah, pues usted tan chippy hoy, ¿eh? Usted tan chippy hoy. Mira, casi 2 horas tenemos aquí. Pero vamos a poner la ofrenda. Usted tan chippy hoy. Usted no lo pagaron ustedes hoy, ¿eh? Ay, estoy trabajando por free, today. Y la ofrenda a Potendronki que estoy trabajando tonight. Mira ustedes, le pagaron, tiene paycheck today, pay stub, paycheck, payday. Y mira, no dan nada ustedes. Nada más oyéndome trabajando y hablando. ¿Verdad? Y la ofrenda. He said, he said bi-weekly, bro. Hey, yo, they still doing that shit? Oh, was that the first time of the month, huh? It's the first day. Yo, I could be, yo, to be honest, I gotta be real. Yo, I can't have a job that pays me I need my shit weekly, bro. I need my shit now, bro. Yo, that body can get paid 2 times a month. Hey, yo, out there in Europe, they get paid 1 time a month. And yeah, they probably more disciplined because they get paid 1 time a month. But no. You see, yo trabajo hoy, me pagan hoy. Si trabajo este week, me pagan este week. Nah, bro, I can't do, man. I need a flow, man. I need a flow. Shit, go to Europe and stuff like that. My people's out there, they be like, nah, we get paid in the 25th. Out there, they get paid in the 25th. I said, sorry, man. I'll go there. Nah, man. I need that money flowing. I can understand why bartenders. I know several bartenders. They be living good. They living good, but at least they get there. It's one thing about that. I think everybody feels like that. If you work today, you want to get paid today. Jaime Martinez said, for about 30 years, I got paid once per month. But, I also learned that it actually helped people how to, manage their finances better. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how to really you know how to budget yourself, you know? So it's good. It's it's what you're used to. He says by week. But mi gente, man, it's been a good one. It's gonna be Danny. It's been a good one. It's been a good one, ladies and gentlemen, man. Been 2 hours. Been 2 hours. Usted tan lento, hoy. Usted tan lento. Tomorrow we back at it again. We're gonna be doing the live commentary to Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte Jr. Tomorrow we going live, doing the live commentary, and everything's gonna be about this fight with Ryan Garcia and Oscar Duarte Jr. I do got Ryan Garcia beating Oscar Duarte. I do got him stopping him and making a statement in the 140-pound division. Even though there's been a catch weight, I don't want what's the reason why this fight is in 143? I mean, we've been critiquing Gervonta Tan Davis for what I'm saying, this not fighting in at the weight class, the weight limit. I wonder why this is at what is it? 142, 143. But anyway, tomorrow we back at it. I got Oscar. I got Ryan Garcia fighting, and hopefully, the winner. I mean, Ryan Garcia fights Teofimo Lopez. I understand that Teofimo Lopez declined the offer. Hopefully Teofimo Lopez get back in the ring, man. He should have been back in the ring December 9th. And let's see what's next, man. This year it started out with David Benavidez and it ended with David Benavidez. Matter of fact, it's gonna end with it's gonna start with Naoya Inoue out here in the East Coast. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it tomorrow. Love y'all. Have a great night. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.